Margie Mora just traded in her Toyota Avalon hybrid to purchase a brand new 2008 Tahoe at Maida Chevrolet. The reason? She feels her family's safety is more important than gas savings.
It's a terrific car, it rides nice, but I feel safer in an SUV.
But now she'll have to shell out nearly $100 to fuel up the Tahoe. Now, if you're looking to buy a Chevy Tahoe, you actually are getting a $14,000 savings if you buy one right now. Take a look at the price, $38,200. The miles per gallon in the city, 14, and on the highway, 20. Now, if you're looking to buy a hybrid, they do have a Tahoe that is a hybrid. Take a look at the price, though. Over $52,000. You do get a little bit more of the savings in the mile per gallon. The city, 21 miles, and the highway, 22.
It's not going to make that big a difference over the course of 3 or 4 years in fuel expense to offset what you pay for a hybrid.
So we decided to do the math ourselves. If you're driving 15,000 miles per year with gas at $4 a gallon, the Nissan Altima Hybrid, you're spending about $1,764. Now with the Tahoe, of course, it's going to be much more. You're spending $3,529. The difference between the two, $1,765. Now, how long will it take you to catch up to that $14,000 savings you made with the Tahoe? 8 years. Elk Grove Nissan is also seeing a spike in Xterra sales right now.
Has an MSRP of just over $22,000. With all the incentives and the dealer discounts, it's at $14,999 right now, which is a 28% savings off MSRP.
Welcome back to Slide Dial.
Are you trying to avoid talking to your in-laws, or do you want to break up with someone without having the talk?
No, please, no.
No problem.
Then Slide Dial is for you. The website says it'll get you directly to the voicemail of the person you're calling without that person picking up.
Ready to Slide Dial someone?
Oh my God.
Enter their mobile phone number now.
That is awful.
Layla Calder says she doesn't like it, especially if someone tried to end a relationship this way.
It's just so impersonal and it's wrong. Like, why even waste the time?
It's quite cowardly.
This woman feels the same way.
You're not giving somebody an end. You're just kind of, you're not facing things. You're not confronting things because you're scared.
Although some guys we spoke to say they would use this service.
Probably because it's the easiest thing.
I don't want crying.
So you would consider it then?
Yeah.
So we decided to test Slide Dial out for ourselves to see how it works. I punch in my phone number. Depending on the phone carrier, your phone still rings, but when you answer it, nobody is there. However, you do get a voicemail.
I think they should call it 1-800-WIMP.
Relationship expert Dr. Deborah Moore says leaving a message will not solve the person's problem. They'll eventually have to face it.
If you're using this to call and break up an old relationship, that pattern of avoidance is definitely going to be present in your next relationship.
Again, the service is free, but if you call it and you hear those advertisements and you want to get rid of those, it will cost you $4.99 a month and 15 cents each time you use it to get rid of those advertisements.
All right, so admit it. Are you going to use Slide Dial?
I don't know. I'll think about it, but not to break up a relationship. What about you, Thomas?
You know what? I'm going to plead the fifth on that one.
They can't speak for themselves.
That's why Kevin Ann Johnson and her husband are speaking out for these 9 horses.
If I don't speak up and say something, my fear is that they'll die.
Most of them are down to just skin and bones. Johnson says they were put in this pasture next door about 2 months ago, and since then, they've just wasted away.
Sometimes I go a week between seeing the horses fed.
So the couple sometimes feeds the ones that look emaciated.
It's depressing. And I sneak food over there even though I'm probably not supposed to.
Stanislaus County Animal Services says this case is being investigated. They say the owner is giving the horses food and water, but they can't determine if these horses are being neglected until a vet comes out and examines them. We spoke to the people that live on the property. This is what they had to say.
Leave it to animal control and
we were finally able to track down Jose Velez. He says he's the owner.
One of my friends lost his ranch. You know, he don't have no place to put it. In other words, he owed me a little bit of money.
And Velez says he feeds the horses daily.
1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon.
The reason he tells us why some are so thin is because
they have worms inside, that's all it is. And I already went last week to try to get some medicine, and I already gave him 4 horses some medicine, and it's no way in a week we can see the difference, you know.